Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comment section. Thanks for checking out the video, thanks for being here. This is one of my favorite things that we do on the channel. I know I've said that before, and I'll probably say it again. A couple of things before we get started. If you like what I do, and you want to support the channel further, there are some links in the description. You can check out the Patreon. There's some cool stuff over there that'll help support the channel, provide improvements, this, that, and the third, keep me pumping out this content. Number two, we have an editor. His name is Joe, and I don't pay him money. So, if you like the work that he does and you would like to support him, you can drop him a super thanks. And I will make sure that he is adequately compensated for his work. And I think that does it in terms of announcements for the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the comments. First up, 80MTN says, Miku is a rock star. Sure. Glenn Kelly responds, over the course of a week in early February, the Pigeon and her band of merry maids will be showing just who the real rock stars are. Kind of cryptic. Don't understand it, but that's okay. Ian Bennett says, the last rock stars, I think they may have been a little premature. No idea. Like literally over my head. Somebody help me out with that. Next up, we have Motley Crue 22 says, and just think, you're only 3 songs into a 100+ song catalog. I'm going to enjoy this journey. FYI, Miku couldn't play guitar when the band started. She's come a long way. That is impressive. That's impressive. Appreciate it. Psyche's Fang says, some say a wise and powerful Jedi pigeon once said, once you start down the maid path forever, it will dominate your destiny. Consume you, it will. More cryptic. Very cryptic. I don't know, a wise and powerful Jedi Are you referring to Miku? Did Miku say that? I don't know. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Timber 1508 replies, I believe the exact quote was, consume you, it will, Poe. Gary Halloway also responds, yep, that's the one. Psyche's Fang was so close. Yeah, and Psyche's Fang closes out the loop. Yes, quite correct. You are Poe. So, yeah, over my head a little bit, but, you know, if anybody feels like providing context for that one, definitely, I would definitely check that out. If not, I'm still happy to be part of the conversation, even though I have no idea what's going on. Phil Covino says, good analogy, John, and believe me, there were many emotional downpours during the US tour when they did SYONAKIDORI. The build-up during the first verse and choruses leading to Miku's rising climax always ended in a wild cheering at the live concerts. Miku doesn't get many vocal leads, but when she does, she knocks it out of the park. Good to know. Jake Imodep says, replies, totally agree. John's analogy was beautiful and profound. Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That one was a little wild for me because I wasn't sure where I was going when I started it. BM for Life says, 10:18. He gives a timestamp. Weatherman John needs a blue screen to project the weather. It's always sunny in BAND-MAID land. Yo, what even is this? Is that okay? I guess it's just like, I don't even know. What are we doing here? The set list. Y'all are some of the most cryptic people I've ever had the pleasure of being cryptified by. This show can be viewed on BAND-MAID Prime. Is that a real thing? Is BAND-MAID Prime a real thing? What is this? Thank you. Moving right along. Leon says, the band goes wild when it's a Miku main vocal song. I think they have a ton of fun playing something different. Most bands would kill to have a lead vocal as good as she is, and she's their damn backing vocals. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Every crowd in the US lost their stuff when she hit that high note live. I think it's somewhere F5 or G5. Her voice is So pretty in the acoustic paired with that awesome bass too. I told you this was going to be very different. I'm glad you decided to check it out. It was different. It was interesting because the studio or the live or the plugged in version was not all that different from No God, but the way that it was arranged for the acoustic was just mind-blowing. Honestly, it was phenomenal. James Sharp replies, amazingly, according to the Unseen World Score book, that high phrase she sings at the end goes F5, G5, A5, G5 holds F5. When I first saw that, my reaction was, holy crap. Everyone in this band is incredible, and it seems many of us have a special place in our hearts for Miku. And then Leon responds, I thought it was around F5. She has to be approaching the absolute limit of her vocal range here. For me, Miku is just an inspiration, the definition of work so hard at something there's no choice but to succeed. I feel that. Work so hard at something there's no choice but to succeed. And you can kind of tell, too. I think that's part of the reason why so much of their music is as gripping as it is. Appreciate it. And as far as like the F5, G5, like that stuff, I don't really know what it all means. Like, where's middle C? I don't know. And is that like C2? Where is it in relationship to these? I don't know. Boop. Jake Imhotep says, man, we love to see our pigeons soar. Cracks me up. Y'all crack me up. Barry Count says, Miku is the one who created the BAND-MAID genre. Oh, okay. She can do pretty much what she wants. She also has another band, but we will talk about that later. Thanks for the double shot, by the way. Real Existence, live, of course. Maybe. Maybe it's already done and just pending upload. Who knows? Daniel Morgan, ooh, with the $10, with the $9.99 super thanks. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Joe can buy, he can buy some bread for his family now. In case you didn't know, Thomas McLean says, this song is inspired by Romeo and Juliet. I did not know that. Thank you. I'll have to go back and, like, maybe dig into the lyrics or something to see the context. That'd be pretty cool. Lewis Smith says, John gets it. John's a maniac. Be like John. Well, okay. In some respects, maybe. Scott Denuzzo says, BAND-MAID doing BAND-MAID things, i.e. whatever they want to. The acoustic is also the first time we hear Akane doing backup vocals. I'm enjoying your journey. You get it. Keep up the great job. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Surfing on a Song Wave says, appreciate the reaction, John. I've listened to this song 12 dozen times or more and still get chills. It's uncanny. Miku can change her voice. She plays up the cutesy I'm a small pigeon persona, but when she gets serious, she has a depth that is very appealing. I like both versions, but the outro of the electric version is words fail. Yeah, I mean, there was so much that I didn't even catch the first time through. Like the second, third, and fourth time listening to them, like, good lord, I did not hear anything from this song the first time. Yeah. The outro, like the outro solo being one of them. I don't even think I caught Miku's high note the first time listening, to be completely honest with you. It's just, you know. Then I went back and I was like, how could I even miss that? He goes on to say, like you said, the skies open up and Konami just pours emotion all over you. And by the way, Misa is the coolest woman in the room. Doesn't matter which room. No arguments. Tiny Hat says, have you seen Miku's TikTok where she goes into her deep voice while duetting? So good. I haven't seen that. I want to see that. Then there's her aggressive performance on Clupo's voice. I really feel these are weapons still in BAND-MAID's back pocket. Could be. Ross Moody says, our hearts just burst with pride and love whenever we hear Miku sing this song. Martin Coos says, or play guitar, knowing her journey with that from the start of the band until now. Yeah, like she didn't play guitar. Wild. Gordon Cody says, Krupo Master. I don't know what that means. Krupo? I don't know. Welcome to the Omaginai of the 800-year-old pigeon with the eye towards world domination. Moi moi, kun kun. Don't understand? I really don't. I really don't understand. You will in time, Po. You will in time. Po po po. We play at Eggman. I am the pigeon. Cuckoo Kajub. I feel like that could be a Beatles reference. Other than that, no idea. Glenn Kelly says, is this why Konami's eyes are always closed in a lot of the recent photos of the band? And then Ramat replies, Psst, Gordon Cody, she's an 810-year-old pigeon. You missed 10 years. I mean, I'm just happy to be a mouthpiece for you guys, I think, at this point. Even if I don't get it. Army Nurse Boy says they're doing a cover of their own song. Oh, quoting me, yeah. Just wait until you discover BAND-MAID. Yep, I've heard rumors of an alter ego band by that name. Evil Duck says the acoustic version versus the original is fun to compare. In a similar but very different vein, I think you would like BAND-MAID Secret My Lips versus BAND-MAIKO Secret Maiko Lips. That could be fun. That could be fun. More doing whatever the F they want. I won't say more, but there's still plenty of fun explanations in the comments after you do it. And Rick Wagner responds, great suggestion, and in that order. Davey Boyd says, I don't see your comment. I just suggested the same. I didn't see your comment. I just suggested the same thing. Apparently, it's not the only one. Evil Ducks replies, spoiling the surprise a little? I mean, not really, because I read your comment first, so. And so, yeah, Davey Boyd, nothing to be sorry about, because I didn't see your comment first. I don't read the comments. I read the comments in order, so all's fair. Tech Physics says Miku has captured yet another master in her ongoing quest for world domination. I love the little trademark there. It's a nice touch. Appreciate it. Though this particular master has not subscribed to the official BAND-MAID channel, it would seem. You're right. We shall rectify that. Boop. All good. In addition to that, I think I'm going to drop a super thanks to the BAND-MAID YouTube page for making all of their content just like readily available for, you know, creators like us to utilize and, you know, have some fun with. So, why do I keep getting Z's? Where is that coming from? Okay. Boop. Moving along, Glenn Kelly says, karma comes swiftly to those that tempt the mighty pigeon. Dare not tempt the pigeon. Tommy Johnson says, exactly, they virtually recomposed with a different feel. Yes, sir. David says, I believe the high creativity of the band is due to the lack of ego. There are no divas hindering the process of making the best music possible. Would Misa be allowed to play the way she does in a normal band? Akane, with the lead guitarist, keep her solos so short? Fair point, I guess. I don't know too much. I mean, enough about the band and their personalities to be able to, like, genuinely comment on that. So I will take your word for it, Mr. David, at this juncture. Rick Wagner says the voiceover in the electric version is Saiki quoting from Romeo and Juliet. Oh, okay. SYONAKIDORI was inspired by the Shakespeare play, and the rest of the lyrics are by Kobata. Miku also did the arrangement for the acoustic version with some chording help from Konami. That's actually particularly impressive if she did the whole arrangement with just some, like, you know, how to structure, like, the chord change. Like, she didn't play guitar, like, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that when the band started. Now she's arranging, and not just, like, converting the electric to acoustic, like, completely it's impressive. It's impressive. Shamalama Ding Dong says your BAND-MAID journey is off to an interesting start. You have listened to 3 songs, and 2 of them haven't involved all of the members. You might as well listen to BAND-MAID so you can see and hear another trick they have up their sleeve. Could be coming. Yes, they do what they want. One of the reasons I think they are the most unique band right now is because they can play 3 versions of the same song and would all have different energy. Plus, what band in their right mind would perform songs without their lead vocalist and lead guitarist? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah, it makes 0 sense. On paper, if you were to pitch that to somebody, like, hey, let's take this great band that has, like, this amazing success, and we'll remove 2 of the most prominent figures, and then they'll produce a song, and it'll be awesome. It's like, no, that's not your first thought process when you go to put a song together. He goes on to say, unless it is done by these ladies who don't play by the rules. Cool double feature again. I enjoy watching your reaction. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I enjoy saying your name. Jeff B5 says, you are now understanding why this band has grabbed so many of us by the heart. In my 60 plus years of listening to music, I've never been hooked so hard, so fast, so completely by any other group. Special. They're just special. No arguments, buddy. No arguments. I'm definitely getting that feel. I mean, even I haven't quite gotten to the point to where I feel totally comfortable articulating this, but I will just say right now, as far as fan bases go, y'all are my most favorite to interact with. I think it's like the cryptic nature. Plus, you genuinely show up in the comments too. So you always give me a bunch of stuff to dig into. It's a lot of fun. James Sharp says, same here. Heard them for the first time in early October and was lucky enough to see them twice in the New York City area a few weeks later. Seriously hooked. I really hope. I mean, I don't know. I want to see him live. I know that. Farion says, this could be the foreword of a fan book, if there was one about us. Talani Mas says, at john.reacts, check out BAND-MAID's alter ego. They're called BAND-MAID. They have an original song called Gyoncho, which does have a music video. Cool. Or you can do a double reaction, Secret My Lips, no music video, and BAND-MAID's cover called Secret My Go. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be what's happened. That's going to be what happens next. Now, if you're interested in that, you can drop Superthanks and let me know that that's what you want to see, and that'll pump the signal of that, and it'll get my ass in gear a little bit faster. Also, I don't pay Joe money. I don't, though. I really don't. I really don't pay Joe money. It's hilarious to me, and I don't know why. David Mahia says, our little pigeon is a genius and was able to find her musical soulmates in forming this awesome band. Appreciate the comment. Paul Farmer says, puzzle, my favorite, plugged and unplugged, definitely reimagined. That's another one that I've seen suggested, so definitely on the radar. Jay Wood Japan says, yes, if John wants to go the live plus acoustic route, this is the next step. A little bit confirmation there. Okay. Interstellar Dave says, this is such a great song. one of, or maybe the best song of theirs, in my opinion. I guarantee it's the song I've listened to the most. That outro solo gives me chills every time, and the acoustic version, perfection. No arguments. No arguments. Brian DeVito says, "Whomst the frack authorized this, and can we hang out?" I did say that. I did say that. Maybe the most pure reactor comment ever. Keep up the great work, John. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Wonderful 4568 says, "Miku sings like a kindergarten teacher. Your daughter probably likes this song." To be honest with you, I haven't played it for her yet, so we'll see. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll be able to get her reaction on camera. I think that would be fun. Greg says, Sayonakidori is a great song. Here's a fan cam from San Francisco last October. They transformed the song into a beautiful ballad with the acoustic version. It's one of the 2 best interpretations from the Christmas concert. That's what's up. Appreciate the link too. Fan cams are cool because they're not something I don't think I'll ever do on the channel, so there's like no qualms if I've listened to the song. Like I have no qualms with going back and checking out a fan cam. So appreciate the link there. Okay, looks like we got some. If you want to see BAND-MAID cover themselves, check. Sorry, this is Davey Boyd, who we saw earlier with this comment. If you want to see BAND-MAID cover themselves, check out their alter ego, BAND-MAIKO, react to BAND-MAID's Secret My Lips, followed by BAND-MAIKO's Secret Maiko Lips. A Maiko is a trainee geisha? A geisha. Prepare to be amazed. Great review, John. See you soon. Thanks, buddy. Gary Holloway responds, thanks, Kawaii Davey? Kawaii? That's right, Kawaii. It's not kawaii, it's kawaii, right? I don't know. I haven't started my Japanese lessons yet, y'all. I'm glad you suggested my awesome idea. Davey Boyd replies, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be of service, kind sir. It's wholesome. Y'all are wholesome. I love it. Snow Dog says, SML, getting some love. I'm here for it. That's right. And Davey Boy responds, in my opinion, it's one of their finest tracks. All right. John Crichton says, the treat for me is Akane on backing vocals. 3/5 of BAND-MAID is greater than 5/5 of most other bands. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I noticed that there were only 3 members, but I didn't, like... I don't know. I didn't comment on it, and I'm still not sure, like, really what to say about it, other than, like, what y'all have said. Like, I guess you could say that, like, in a sense, you didn't miss the other 2. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you know, this song feels incomplete, or, no, it was just perfect. It's awesome. Mac Mescal says, thanks, John. Thank you. J Wood Japan says, from one John to another, thanks for the cool commentary. No problem, buddy. As Paul Farmer mentioned earlier, if you want to keep on trucking down this route of live song plus acoustic version, you have to check out Puzzle. There's another suggestion for Puzzle. One of my top 5 BAND-MAID songs. It sizzles live and then it soars unplugged. When you get to hear the 2 members who weren't in this acoustic version. It's on my radar, ladies and gentlemen. It's on my radar. Falcon Sooner says, the song has such a triumphant sounding ending with Miku hitting that high note and Konami's uplifting outro. No arguments. Greylock 100 says, Japanese is a very heavily context-based language. I'm just warning you now. Pretty sure I knew that, but that's okay. That is one of the reasons that it's so difficult to translate. And the little bits and bobs Konami throws in don't have to be in there, but they make the song that much better, and her transitions could be part of a separate song on their own. And Miku's high note, I'll hold off on that until after you've finished the acoustic version. Might have been said in the comments already, but the acoustic version is one of the first songs that Miku completely arranged herself. Yes, she needed a little help from Konami for some of the chording, but everything else was done by her, which again is like supremely impressive. On the high note, in the full-on live version, Miku hit the high note while still in her chest voice. During the acoustic, she used her head voice. She wanted to use her head voice for the full version, but was told by Saiki and Konami that she had to use her chest voice. I can't wait for you to find her really cool hidden tracks. The cryptic stuff is so fun for me, guys. It really is. I appreciate it. Demonus says, thank you for your reaction. No problem. This is only your first listening. You may find little details in the song when you listen to it again in the future. This song is amazing. It was full concert with acoustic version of their songs. You can watch Catharsis from the same concert. You'll like it. Drops the John.react, so thank you. Greetings from Belarus. I love when y'all put like where you're from in the comments. I appreciate it. Jason Nord says, all hail BAND-MAID. Hear, hear. Wansan says, versatility is one of the strengths of this band. That and the courage to try the hardest yet to always offer something new to their listeners. You can kind of tell. You can kind of tell. Yeah, it's like they, just from what I've heard, you know, they really kind of push the boundaries of their sound as a group in a very rewarding way. Daft Game says, at 551 every time, so good. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but yeah. Ah, I see. That was me talking about the bass tone. Yes. It's nasty. And then again at 10, I like when you drop the timestamps too, because then I know what you're referring to. I blame the pigeon, he says. But for what? Let's find out. For me, it's like the guitar riff, the guitar work, like, is born from the emotion of the vocals, right? So yeah, it was you know, about that. I don't know. I blame the pigeon too. I'm not, you know. Grant Nealon says, this young lady is just very special, as to are the whole band. For me, one of the best bands to come along in a very long time. As you follow them more, you will understand and appreciate just what I said, and many others are saying. We are so lucky to be alive and witness all this great music. Another great reaction, John. Look forward to more of the same as you fly down the pigeonhole. Best wishes from France. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the kind words. Gary Lai says, this is an interesting choice for the third song. The more you learn about the band and its members, the more you'll know why fans adore this song for Miku. It's a symbol of how far she's come, and the high note that she hits in the last chorus is like a beacon of hope. We will always cheer for her when she performs it. I mean, look, it would be exceptional for any performer, but given the context that y'all provided me with, it's something else. Sugan Asina says, beautiful, just beautiful. The acoustic version is my #1 BAND-MAID song, and Konami isn't even in it. I've heard or seen this song so many times, I think half of the views are from me. When Miku hits that high note, it's hard not to shed a tear. Thank you for a great reaction, as usual. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the kind words. Y'all are too good to me. Virgil Sparta says, and she thinks she's not good enough to be a lead vocalist. I mean, she's wrong. But I don't know, maybe that's part of the reason why she is so good, is because if she has that like self-doubt, part of that is like what's catalyzing her development. Graham Reed says, this is Miku's solo song from the Unseen World album 2021. She usually gets one song per album. She previously sang in a J-pop trio and had a great voice of her own. SYONAKIDORI, Nightingale, and the quiet spoken quote in the middle of the song are from Romeo and Juliet. The acoustic version is from a live stream and a 14-track CD available to fan club members. Currently, no video was released for this live stream concert. Each song had a different combination of band members. Konami, lead guitar, completely rearranged each song. Really enjoying your reactions to the Maids. There is no other band like them now, and never will be in the future. From the UK. Appreciate the comment. Thank you, sir. Russell Potter says, listening to BAND-MAID is understanding that there are layers to every song. They can change from recording to live to acoustic. They all contribute to every song with no show-off moments purely to show off. That can be kind of annoying, like when you're just showing off to show off. In their 10 years together, hold on for a second. Let me comment on that just a little bit further. Like if you're just showing off to show off, then, I mean, there's a time and a place for like a face melting, guitar solo or drum feature or whatever, but it's not, it has to be in context, right? So it has the full oomph behind it. I talk about contrast a lot on the channel. And so if every song is face melting, blistering guitar, very rare exceptions, I think, where that actually works. So yeah, if it's just to show off, then almost certainly it's not going to work. He goes on to say, in their years together, they have moved forward, always managed to make their own sound, and always evolved. If they were a Western all-male band, they would be legends. But for fans, they are legends. Young or old fans, the Maids are something special. No arguments. David Misa Cook says, Misa, our little... Stop it. I don't know why, that one gets me. It gets me. Our little pigeon showing she can fly with the eagles. No arguments. Ichichu says, I think you would enjoy the puzzle version with the acoustic version back to back. It has always been my favorite BAND-MAID song. Yep, another vote for puzzles. So, Bodney Blue says, okay, you've heard two sides of the Ladies Studio and acoustic, which for this are both live. And the change in feel between the two versions. But now for a third version, Ladies Maiko. Yes, another suggestion for band Maiko. Reimagined with traditional instruments and sung in a different dialect. Okay. With a twist, the Maid's visual appeal. Long may they reign. Long may. Wayne King says, another reactor asked, how can 60% of this band still be better than 100% of most other bands? I love that line. I mean, I guess when they're BAND-MAID, that's when 60% of the band can be better than 100% of most other bands. Carson Thorson responds, go find Puzzle Acoustic to see what the remaining 40% can do. Another vote for Puzzles. Armin Thieling drops a €10 super thanks. Give your best learning. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Yes, sir. Another comment, 60% of BAND-MAID is enough to deliver something great. By the way, we can we please appreciate these beautiful, the beautiful Zemitis guitars Miku has. I'm not sure what a Zemitis guitar is, but if you're talking about the acoustic ones, then yes, we absolutely can. We absolutely can. They are beautiful and they sound amazing. Vincenzo Maniac says, the more you listen to this song, the more beautiful it becomes. I noticed Konami solo at the end just after a few listens. I was too busy. Yes, that's what happened to me. Like, I didn't, so I commented on it, but I didn't realize actually what was happening was that it was a solo. So it was kind of like a weird experience. And when I think about it, it felt like it just like naturally grew, naturally like evolved out of the sound. And I think that's why I didn't pick it up as a solo. Like, yeah, the first time anyway. I think same thing with the high note. Like I didn't, maybe I just don't have enough context for the band. or maybe it was just there was so much else that was happening that I just missed it. So, although I say I missed it, I'm not necessarily sure that I did. I don't remember. I haven't actually watched the reaction all the way through. What is that? Jean Louvet? How do you say that? Vivid Undress is my favorite Japanese band after BAND-MAID. Every time I hear SYONAKIDORI, I hear Vivid Undress. It drops a link to the music video. I mean, my plate's a little full right now, but at the same time, we're always looking for new stuff to add to the channel, so I appreciate the suggestion. DK Music says, I know for so many fans, Time and Rock and Me are favorites for Miku feature songs, but for me, this is number one, both versions. In the studio, you've got this really heavy sound that runs in so many directions, syncopation, rhythms, transitions, but then you add Miku's amazingly beautiful voice on top of it, and it's a recipe for brilliance. The acoustic version is on another level. Miku took that raw, heavy song and turned it into something so special. It amazes me every time I hear it. It did. It was amazing. It was amazing to hear the difference, like, from one to the other. He goes on to say, and being one of her first times arranging a song, she pulled it off like the pro that she is. She's a freaking genius. She was so nervous for this performance, but you would never tell. And then, I don't know, there's some hiragana maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that says. Is that A? I don't know. I'm not there yet, guys. I'm sorry. Jeffrey Kuska says, every song they do is uplifting and just makes you happy, with incredible solos that fit the music. That's true. Like, real talk, secret time, I'm still binging from now on. Just, it's, yeah. Jeffrey Kuska also says, John, you must see them live. The emotion radiates to the crowd and then back to them, kind of like a feedback loop. Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to. I don't think I'm going to be able to this year since, you know, my wife is 9 months pregnant. So for the next minimum 6 months, I don't think I'm going to be able to go anywhere. But it's kind of good news for the channel because I'm taking some time off from work, so I should be able to get a bunch of content done and this, that, and the other. Rahim Ramat says, here's the insane part from where I stand. Miku, the lead main guitar and vocals in the song, is actually the secondary vocals of the band and usually the rhythm guitarist rather than the lead. Yet, when the band started out, she was supposed to be the lead singer and was unable to play the guitar. Yeah, that's really impressive. She literally replaced herself with someone more suitable for lead vocals, because she herself felt that she was not the right person for the job. It's stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. It's stuff like that that I think is very indicative, very telling of why they're so successful. You know, because one of the things that you need to be successful is just like, you need to be able to put in the work, right? So you need to show up every day and you need to continually like grind out, like with the air of like the ambiguity to produce whatever it is that you're aiming to produce. In addition to that, you also have to be reflective and like honest enough with yourself and your abilities, that you know, that you can tell that to the point to where you can say, well, this is my band, but I'm not good enough for it. We need to find somebody who is. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. And because they can do it, because they have done it, I think is a huge part as to their success and their continual growth. He goes on to say, she then demoted herself to second vocalist. Then, to add the coolness to the story, she picked up the guitar and learned it, primarily from Konami. 8 years ago, I doubt she would have been able to pull off the acoustic version in the full band, yet here we are, watching her lead the whole thing without both the lead vocalist Saiki and the lead guitarist Konami. Now I know 8 years is a respectable amount of time, and as a professional, she would definitely perfect her art given such... You know what, though? It's not really. It's not really. Like, if you're going to dedicate 6 hours a day then maybe 8 hours, you know. But I don't know that you have that much time when you're when you're part of a band where you're touring, where you're doing marketing, promotional things like that, where you're whatever else, like all of the other bureaucratic and all of that stuff that goes into managing a band. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like, and so even if you could like find those 6 hours a day to practice for 8 years straight, like there's no guarantee that you'll be able to get to a point to where you can do the things that you want to do and say the things that you want to say with the instrument that you're, because it's like, you know, for me personally, I think 12 years, 10 years, 13, somewhere around there, with the guitar. And like, I'm like, I mean, this is me that you're listening to, on the, in the background, but it's like, and I wrote it, but it's like, I didn't even get to a point to where I could write something until like 10 years of practice. So it's like, and on the one hand, it is respectable, and I didn't put nearly the amount of time that I think someone who is a professional would have, but it's still like, you can get a sense for what it takes, because it's more than just practice, right? Writing a song it's about getting yourself into a place of vulnerability to where you can express something through the medium of your instrument in a truly unique way. He goes on to say, still, she reminds me that if we work hard enough at something and really want to learn it, anything can be done. When I watched this acoustic Christmas performance, I was so overjoyed to see her pull this off. I may be 48 years old, but when I grow up, I want to be just like Miku. Well, buddy, you can. You really can. There's no age limit to any of this. I mean, if you have something that you want to learn, like, you can do it. It's all about managing your expectations, right? Like, I know that I'm never going to be a world-class guitar player, but I love to play the guitar, and it's fun. And you know, I never actually would have thought that I would be able to use some of the stuff that I recorded, but I on the channel, and I am, and it's fun. And so like, you can do it. You can do it. It's definitely possible. And I think the best thing is to just not have any expectations about where the thing that you're doing is going to take you. Just get involved with the process and fall in love with the process, and then it'll take you, you know, where it wants to go. Chris Bergenson says, the acoustic concert is just freaking amazing. They really show off the depth of their talent and how tight they are as a band. Speaking of BAND-MAID does whatever they want, you might be interested in some of their weirder, proggier stuff. Absolutely. And then he drops some suggestions. Wonderland, YYY, Giovanni, Black Hole. The first one and the last one with Manners, which is quite a contrast. I've seen a lot for that, Manners and Black Hole, have official live videos. That's what's up. Appreciate the comment, sir. Thank you. Greesh Esquire says, happy face. Oh, I'm happy too. Farion says, who this lovely lady thinks she is? This is Kobata Miku. Or is it Miku Kobata? I don't know. Surname's first, right? And our favorite pigeon and our heroine, who sings a song that, if you refer to her voice and the tone of her guitar, fittingly translates to Nightingale. That's another one. I love this is the third time I'm mentioning the cryptology that y'all bring to the table. I just love it. You're absolutely right. They do whatever they want. For me, there is not a single song in their catalog where something doesn't fit. Greetings from Germany. Oh, nice. And until next time, which I look forward to. Thanks, buddy. And then I think we got some suggestions at the bottom there. Appreciate it. Oh, and finally, Yariotis says, this is the first time I really paid attention to the song's lyrics, and it got me in tears. That acoustic version hits hard in the heart. Yeah, I think I will have to go back and check out some of the lyrics. All right, well, that's all the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I apologize for the video being a little bit late, but we had some car trouble, and you know, that's never fun. So, but I'm happy to get these done, and I'm really happy to engage with you on this level. It's a lot of fun for me. I know I've said that before. So to close out, super thank Joe, because I don't pay him money. Okay, I just don't. He doesn't get money from me. Okay, but if you drop a super thanks and say, pay Joe, then yes, he will get the money. I will make sure that he gets it. But I'm not going to do it. You have to. I don't know. It's really amusing to me. It's really amusing to me. And there are, like I said, links in the description. Y'all know what the deal is. That's going to do it for me from this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.